Doing well.
Curious your thoughts on catching passes from Alex Smith and just how incredible it is just being around him for the last year or so. How amazing his comeback has been.
Oh, it's definitely an amazing comeback for Alex. A lot of people probably thought he wouldn't come back from that injury, but he's been working hard. You can see him every day. He's here longer than most guys who are actually active on the roster playing. That was last year. He's in the building longer than those guys, just working to recover and get back to himself. So it's great to see that happen for him in such a fast period of time. And I'm praying for him, and I'm just hoping he continues to grow and be successful in the future.
Ben, Ben, you're muted.
Oh, well,
There you go.
hey, Steven, sorry about that. I don't know how to use the mute button. I know it was only day one with ads, but I'm just curious about what you thought about the intensity out there compared to say last year when you went through the.
I feel like the energy was good today. I feel like offense, we came out today flying around, making a little more plays than we did yesterday. I feel like defense kind of got the best of us yesterday. But today we put the pads on. It seems like it was an energy boost for us on offense. And I feel like we were rolling pretty good.
Hey, Steven, when you're catching passes from Alex, can you tell that there's been such a long layoff? Like, does he throw the ball any differently or does he move differently when he's throwing?
So I actually haven't caught a pass from Alex yet. I've seen him. I've watched him throw. He definitely is still. He seems like himself. Balls are coming out early on time. Before guys are even playing at the top of their routes, it looks very smooth. It seems like he's letting the ball go quickly, like he wants to. Wants to let the ball go fast or whatever. So it seems like he's doing pretty well. I haven't actually caught a pass from him yet though, but it still seems like he has that same heat on there.
Then, what have you made of Dwayne so far over all the work he's put in this summer and kind of how he was today?
Oh, you can see a lot of growth in Dwayne. Just energy out there, leadership. Once somebody throws a shallow route, somebody makes a play, get the first down. He comes up, he congratulates you. Every time. He's how should I say? He's settling into his role very well.
Hey, Steven, between you and Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick, there are a lot of guys who do a lot of things on this offense. Do you think there's enough room for all these playmakers? And then what can that versatility add for the unit as a whole?
Oh, I definitely think it's enough room. JD and AG, those guys are gonna come out the backfield and make plays. They'll line up in the slot, get some screens, run a couple routes and things like that. So it's definitely gonna give defenses a lot of different looks. Speed here. Me and Terry lined up on the same side together, but we still got JD or Antonio on the other side in the slot. So it's just like we're giving the defense a lot of look. They have to play the whole field. They have to play us honest. Last year I felt it was a little cover two to Terry and somebody else make a play. That I don't think they'll be able to do that to us this year.
And as far as the wide receiver battle, are you kind of just approaching as that is your spot? Do you feel like you need to earn that? What's your mindset there?
What do you said what?
As far as slot receiver, are you approaching that is your job, or do you feel like you still need to earn that job?
I definitely believe that it's my job to lose, but I still approach it every day like it's not my job. We're still competing. Trey is. We're still going at it for the spot. We haven't made no cuts, no roster changes or anything like that. So we don't know. I'm running with the ones right now, but so does Trey. So does Kid. So we'll see how it goes. I'm working hard. I'm trying to take the spot, but we'll see.
Hey, Stephen, thanks for doing this. Terry talked about a week ago how he wants to maybe more run inside routes as part of his evolution year one to year two. As you do the same thing, what do you want to do to take that next step in terms of the route tree, in terms of your game, individual little things?
Just bettering myself outside. I didn't line up outside as an outside receiver a lot. In this offense, they do have me lining up outside a lot. So just taking that and defeating press, it's new to me, playing outside receiver in the NFL. I played it in college, all of college, but it's different. I'm be going against better guys, better talent in the league now, and So I just want to work on, being a great outside receiver, just like a great slot.
Nikki, you on?
Oh, yeah. Steven, how much can you feel your comfort level with Wayne growing in?
Man, that's tough.
Last offseason and then again this offseason, for just you, as you're going through all this, how much more comfortable do you feel working with Wayne?
So what I made out from your question was how much more comfortable are me and Dwayne with each other? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah,
it was
from your work this off season, and then the time you put in last off season, but especially in the last few months, all the work you've had
It's
with
like
him
your
on
work
the
this
field.
off season with Dwayne. How much more comfortable?
I feel like he's real comfortable. I'm real comfortable with Dwayne. I kind of know when he's looking for me, when he wants to come to me and when he doesn't, or just things like that. Hot routes, we're connecting. I'm looking faster because I know he wants to give me the ball right now. Things like that we've talked about. So I feel that's growing and that's helping our offense move along faster, and we're gonna be more productive just based off of our chemistry.
Go ahead, Mike.
They get one question.
Mike Phillips, you there? You're muted.
What's up, Steven? Michael Phillips here. Nikki, did you have another?
Hey, we gotta keep it moving. So, Mike, go
Can you
ahead.
hear me? Oh.
Hey, Steven, Sam Fortier with the Post. Thanks for now.
Who is it?
Go ahead, Sam.
Sam Fortier with the Post. Ron said when you put on the pads, he thinks it changes, some receivers, some quarterbacks' movements. I wonder, when you put on the pads, do you approach things differently at all?
No, not at all. You're carrying a little more weight, so you just have to condition the body. You still have to go as hard as you would without pads. Without the pads on, you have to still train your body the same way, just so that you get in shape, you get in condition to carry your pads. It's extra weight we're carrying. I don't usually run around with maybe 5 to 10 extra pounds on me every day. So, it's just that's probably the only adjustment. But I don't approach it no different way. I still burst, still go hard, the same way. Just so it's conditioning this shape, getting myself in better shape.
And obviously, with this weird offseason, you guys haven't been able to put on pads much. Like today, were you excited to put those on and kind of have it feel a little bit more like real football again?
Yeah, I was definitely excited. I definitely was excited today. I feel like offense might have been a little more excited than the defense today. I feel like we kind of got after them a little bit. But I was definitely excited to put the pads on. You kind of get that feel of football again. You're gonna get a little more contact. It's a little more physical. But you gotta have that in your practice reps to imitate the game reps.
Thanks.
Mike Phillips, try again.
You got me now, Steven?
Yep.
I appreciate that. Can you take me back to your off-season workouts with Dwayne and the other receivers, and just what was that time like, not even on the field, but also off the field, and kind of the camaraderie you guys were able to build?
I feel like it was just growing from what we built and what we established last year as a young group. We all came in together, so we all kind of close knit. Me, Terry, Kelvin, we helped each other as we went. We had questions and things. We asked each other. We'll ask Ike, of course. Last year we'll ask Ike, but if on the field, sometimes we're in motion already. The plays being called, we only can depend on each other and whoever's out there on the field with us. So I feel like we just kind of grew on that, and we're headed in the right direction. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughing, a lot of joking, but we were serious. We were out there putting in work, and it was business.
You guys all get a house together? What was that like tonight?
Nah, we were out here. We were in Virginia, so
Okay.
yeah. When Dwayne and Terry went to California, I couldn't make it. I was in Dallas training. But Terry, I think I want to say Dwayne. They had a house down there that they all stayed at. Everybody was there. Everybody was there together. But that's fun too.
Hey, Stephen, John Kine, ESPN. What was it that you wanted to work on most in the offseason when you're doing your personal training?
My catching and my route running. Top of my routes, just getting in and out of routes faster. Not taking as many steps to come out of my route. Things like that. Top of the routes, catching. Maintaining my speed, maintaining my pad level, maintaining everything, make everything look the same.
And then as far as going outside, what's the adjustment there, and what have you been working on to get ready to play a little bit more outside here?
I've worked on my releases as well. That's probably the main difference. It's not as much space as in the slot. You have a thinner window to get around the defender outside. You can't be pushed way out of bounds. You can't be pushed way in, into the defense and outside. So that's pretty much what I've focused on with that.
Hey, we got time for 2 more.
Hey, Steven. Nice to see you again.
How you
Just
doing?
curious, as it relates to how Scott Turner's basically used you. I saw you on the reverse, and you kind of took that up the sideline. What special plays has he kind of set up for you, or what plays are you looking forward to doing in his offensive system?
I like the post. I like the deep route. I like to show, I can go track the D ball too as well. I have the speed to do it as well. I also love the reverses and the little handoffs and things because that's my game. Give me the ball in space and just let me make a play. So he has me doing everything. I love how he's using me. I just have to continue to better myself and better my shape and take advantage of my opportunity.
Okay, I think your first touchdown last year was a jet sweep, so I could see you liking that in the system.
Yeah.
And then as it relates to the defensive backfield, I saw Ronald Darby put a big hit on Terry McLaurin. In your, basically what you guys have been working with, what has been the difference in the defensive backfield this year versus last year, not Chris Harrison and coaching from? Just playing against him as a wide receiver.
I mean, today was our first day really going against each other, so I feel like it's a little too early to say, But those guys, they're playing with good tempo. They're playing fast. Kendall Fuller, he's smart. It's an IQ battle with him. You have to know what you're doing and use your technique. Darby, he relies on his speed. They're both great. They're both great defenders. But it's a little too early to just pick them apart and dissect their game. So I couldn't really tell you the difference from them. But Dunny, on the other hand, last year, Dunny, he reads routes, he knows concepts. So that's the only difference I can just say at this point is Dunny was all over our route concepts last year, and these guys kind of aren't. But they haven't been in this system either for a couple years. So we'll see.
Thank you, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. We got to run. Landon's coming right in right now. JP, you can start us off for this one. Thanks.
Appreciate y'all.
Is Green ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
All right, JP, you want to start us off?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Great. I'm doing great.
I'm curious how weird this is for you. I mean, how different it is from last year. You got numbers on your helmets like back at Alabama for you. No kind of team name. What is this like? A new camp and a new start for you?
Just a fresh start. It's a weird type of football, but at the same time, but it's football. I'm glad to be back on the field. These guys get to be playing football, be doing what I do, and do what I love. So, and the atmosphere is pretty good. So I love it, and I love it how it's going so far.
What are your impressions of Ron Rivera and just kind of what he's asked of you guys in practice?
Good, great guy, great coach, person that's gonna ask a lot of us players, and want a lot. He's expecting a lot and want us to just be the best players that we can be, and then that's what he's harping on, and he's pushing us to the limit. So that's a good thing for us.
JP, go ahead.
Hey, Landon. Just curious. Today was the first day with pads, but obviously you guys have been doing this for a couple days, doing some things. Just curious, how do you compare the intensity, the crispness of what you guys have gone through so far compared to previous camps?
I think the intensity is a higher level than previous camps since last year. I would say only difference is trying to make sure that with the COVID stuff is trying to make sure we keep our distance and not trying to pass whatever, if anybody have anything, pass anything along. But from there, I think the competition out there is upbeat, up tempo. They putting us in situations that where we have to be on the point with it. So from that standpoint, I think it's going good.
And what's the line for you right now with trying to get as on top of your game as possible while simultaneously easing yourself in to avoid any soft tissue injury or any other kind of issue? What's that line for you right now?
Honestly, I mean, I take care of my body, so I'm not really concerned about soft tissue issues or injuries or getting hurt out there. If you concern yourself with being hurt, you're gonna probably end up getting hurt. So I go out there and play ball. And from that, I work my tail off in the off season, especially the extra months we had to work. So I don't have to worry about concerning any tightness in any muscles or any bones getting broken. I'm out there playing ball, and then from that standpoint, getting ready to go into season, I'm getting ready just to prepare myself for like practices and stuff like that. I know the game. I just play within our team rules, our defensive rules, and the new system, and just go from there. They let me kind of work different things. We talk about different things and different issues and what we can and cannot do within the defense, and go from there.
Thank you.
Got it.
Hey, Landon, you grew up a Redskins fan, I think, right?
Yes.
And yeah, so I just was curious. Obviously you get like a lot of gear as a player, and obviously with the change you get new gear. What do you do with all the old stuff? Do you keep it around, sit in a closet somewhere, or what are you gonna do with it?
Like the Redskins stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, what I did with it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I keep that. That's like you pass down. Like I used to play for the Redskins. Now I play for Washington football team. Then I'm gonna play for a different name in a few. So hey, I just keep it and hold on to it. That's like stuff you just hold on to forever. Because you can always say, I have played for this team, and it's always like it's something that's close to me because I was a Redskins fan. I am a Redskins fan. So.
Yeah, is it cool to usher in a new era, or how do you kind of view the name change?
It's kind of cool. Get the change your name, I guess. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's cool. It's just a new era, I would say. Got it.
Hey, Landon, as an Alabama guy, you probably know this better than most. What can Reuben Foster add to this defense?
Intensity, a tone setter, quickness and explosive through linebacker protocols, and knowing what he's supposed to be doing on the field, and just making sure if somebody gonna set the tone, he's gonna set it. So yeah.
You talked the last time we had you, I think that was in June, how optimistic you were about Jimmy Moreland going into year 2. Can you tell me what you've seen out of a guy like Troy Apke? I think he's going into year 3. You guys were paired together on the first unit. How you've seen him kind of develop, most specifically as a free safety?
He's doing a great job. He's understanding what he's supposed to be looking at. We talking all the time on the back end, making sure what he sees. He's picking my brain about a different knowledge on how to play different things and playing within the defensive calls and how we got to see things and see different adjustments. So, and it's being on the same page. Like I always, my biggest thing, and I harp on with any safety that's next to me. So, and as of right now, it's him. It's communication. Communication is key between both of us, because if we're on the same page, it makes everything go smooth, everything goes easy. Our corners on the same page, our nickel and linebackers on the same page, because we know the rotation, we know where we're supposed to be at, and it makes everything easy when somebody's back there able to talk to me, and it's a consistent role.
Michael Phillips, go ahead.
Did you know Ronald Darby? Do you guys go back at all for being NFC's guys? And what's it been like working with him so far?
I never knew him personally. I watched this game. I thought he was. I think he is an excellent corner, especially playing in Buffalo, playing with the Eagles. Doing a great job. I mean, he's put on the island all the time. And like I said, when you get on the island, you win some and you lose some. But hey, he know how to turn the page and continue playing and doing his job. He went through a lot of injuries, but I think he's back healthy. He's doing a superb job out here on the field, learning what we need to do and making plays on the ball. And that's what we brought him in for.
I'd love to ask you about Jimmy Moreland too. It's a name we keep hearing a lot, that he's having a good off season. What is it he's improved?
Instinct-wise, player recognition, formation recognition, stuff like that. He's absorbing it to where he can see stuff happens before it happens, and that once you feel like you got to step on an offense or know where the ball might be going, it puts you a couple steps ahead to make a play.
Hey Landon, Sam with the Post. Thank you for doing this. When you come into the facility every day, we've talked about, there's no Redskins gear here anymore, and you have to take those COVID tests. I wonder, is it still weird to come in and go through that stuff every day and not see the old gear, or have you gotten used to it by now?
What you mean, like the old Redskins gear?
And having to do the COVID test, everything that's different about this year.
I'm more used to the not seeing the Redskins gear because it's we kind of harped on it. It's kind of a big thing, in our society, in our world. So I'm kind of used to that part now. But the COVID part, I'm kind of, yeah, we have to take the test, but I'm tired of taking the test at the same time, going in there, getting something stuck up my nose, and got to go to practice after, being jammed in the nose a couple times. So, yeah, I'm kind of tired of that part, but I know it's for health reasons. I know it's for keeping everybody safe, so we have to do it. And if we want a season, there's something we have to do. And I love playing football, and I got to do what I got to do to play it.
Right. And for you guys, obviously you put the pads on today. What's the next marker for you in terms of feeling comfortable in the defense, in terms of feeling prepared for the season? What are you looking for next?
Good question. I think I'm looking for next is just making sure we got a sound team, a sound rotation. If somebody goes down, the next person's up and he knows what he's doing. And I think this the rotation of how they put in different guys, different linebackers, different corners, different nickels, different defensive linemen. Everybody's in there that's different. Just making sure if somebody goes down, we have somebody to step up and that could do the job. And I think that's the biggest part because the biggest thing, if you have a great rotation and key guys that's going to step in and make plays, I think you're going to be on a good road.
Thank you.
Got it.
Hey, Landon, John Kine, ESPN. You talked about the intensity of practice being greater. Where do you see that? Is it during the plays? Is it going from drill to drill? Where do you see that, and why has that been a big emphasis for the coaches?
I think because if you kind of look at, I know they looked at a lot of tape from last year. They could see that we have stepped a lot of times. One team on one side of the ball would be up and the other side would be kind of lagging. And if we hitting on all cylinders, we hitting on all cylinders. But we're trying to keep that consistent. So we continue keeping that consistent on each and every day battles, jogging to the ball, jogging on and off the field, running to the ball, trying to make a play on the ball, receivers trying to make a play on the ball, DBs trying to make a play on the ball, gap assignments, offensive linemen making sure they make their reads and making their pulls and their gaps and cutting what they need to cut off. So from that standpoint, they're definitely big on critiquing everything and putting us in the right position, knowing what we need to look at, because in critical downs, you have to be able to react to everything, not just try to just remember what you taught. You taught reaction is everything.
And then with Alex Smith being out there, and I know he hasn't been in a full team situation yet, but he was 7-on-7 today. As a veteran in this league, what did you think when you saw him get back out there and doing what he's able to do now, given what he's done?
Oh, it was a dream come true. I watched him over at the Chiefs and then got to watch him a little bit when he was playing for the Skins before he got hurt. It's a dream come true. I mean, that's a crazy injury to go through. And I was cheering him on because at the end of the day, man, he's a great guy. He's a great person, big loving heart, and deserve it. And just see him put that. I even asked him. I said, "Hey, just tell me how it feels to put that jersey back on your shoulder." He said, "Bro, it just feels amazing just to get to do what you love." So.
Thank you.
Got it.
Hey Landon, it's good to see you again.
You too.
You're mentioning the fact that everybody's kind of going through rotations in the defensive backfield, so there are different setups and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we saw Troy Apke next to you. I'm not sure if you played next to Sean Davis in the phase 2 element, but just so far, how do you create that camaraderie, that connection between you and whoever the free safety is going to be when there is that rotation happening at the time?
Mm-hmm. I played next to Apke. I've been playing next to Apke, Sean Davis, and DeShazier Everett throughout the camp. So. I think today, y'all, like I said, y'all said today, y'all saw me with Apke today. So just being on the same page. Like I said, my biggest thing is communication. I move around a lot. I decide on what side I want to play on the side of the ball. So just being on the same page with the guys that's next to me is the biggest key. And knowing what you got to do, because you could give me a key, you could give me like a little nugget to tell me, hey, I need to move a little bit wider because he feels like a run is coming my way or a pass might be coming my way or I might be giving up my leverage. So same thing when I give those guys. So just being on the same page is everything. and knowing the knowledge of the game. I mean, I think a lot of them didn't getting a lot of play time, and just knowing what they can and cannot do with doing this training camp is teaching them a lot.
You've played next to all three of them, so at this point, is there someone that you feel like you have the most intuitive comfort with? Like, you don't necessarily need to communicate certain things, or like you just have a certain simpatico with one of the three guys that's played free safeties? I feel like you might say you don't want to pick one, but you might say, like, what are their strong suits if you don't pick one?
It's different for each guy. But like we all communicate. To pick one right now is like I said, it's I think week 3. Not week 3. Day 4 of practicing. So I'm still going through rotations just to feel out who I can really communicate more with and be on the same page with.
Okay, thank you, Landon.
You got it.
Les, are you on? Darren Haynes, do you have one? All right, well, we'll end it there. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Landon.
Got it.